Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. This is a reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever else you might want to apply it in your chart. I hope you guys are doing well today. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning gazer, hi guys. Let's just take a deep breath. Ancestors, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Leos? Anytime, anywhere, whenever this message arrives for them, that's too many, Spirit. This is it. Justice. 10 of Wands. King of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Wow. Something I heard hanging over your head, looming. What is this, Spirit? More information, please. The world, whatever it is, it's coming to completion. Okay, verification on that. Now we have 10 of Wands, the world, and 10 of Swords coming out. You know, whatever this was, if this was strength, let's get the two more. Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. 3 of Swords at the end, not so nice. Knight of Wands coming through here. It's like there's something that's been going on, Leo, and it could have started with an imbalance, right? A karmic, I heard readjustment, replacement. So whatever that means for you, there could have been something that needed to have been taken care of, and it was causing a lot of burden on you, right? And slowly but surely, you're trying to move toward the goal here, right? It's really taught you how much strength you have. And when this finished, when this came through here, you realized who is your friend and who isn't. If you haven't realized that yet, that's what's coming through here. Knight of Wands. This could be your energy, Leo. Fiery, confident, but it's also quite impulsive. It moves very quickly. I feel like whatever this is, it's lit a fire under your butt and it makes you want to get moving, right? You don't want to be stuck in here anymore. There's a lot of mental turmoil. We're gonna get clarifiers on this, right? The Justice card coming out over the 8 of Swords. We have 8 here, right? Caught in the mental confusion, and look, rising above that, right? Taking control over your own thoughts. It's a self-imposed mind prison. You don't want to sit and think this anymore. You don't want to be trapped in this loop anymore. You are getting out of it. You are starting to see something differently. And I think that what you're starting to see is how much burden you were actually carrying for something that wasn't I heard anchored to move, right? It was like stuck in space. It wasn't meant to move. What it was meant to do was keep you pushing, keep you occupied and moving, right? There's a finale to this. It's like you've really come to some conclusions and that cycle is over, and now you're ready to get out into the new, something different, right? Seeing the world from a whole different way. This is being recognized, and maybe you're, it's like I heard long term and also long, like far reaching, right? Where this goes is bigger than just you. What you're presenting here, Queen of Pentacles energy. It could be the the foundation of the thing. We have the Knight of Pentacles as well coming out here. It's earth sign energy. Somebody who's very good at keeping their home nice, keeping the space that they're in comfortable. They're usually really responsible with money here, but there's, see how it's like this mothering energy. See, she's taking care of her kittens there. This comes into play here, I think. Here's the the Knight of Pentacles. This is you, or the project, or whatever it is, just moving very, very, very slowly, right? Slow and steady wins the race. But is it, you're like getting off this sinking ship here. Here's the Titanic and the 10 of Swords, and like as this goes down, you're rising up above this, and there could be an element of like heartbreak, betrayal, something going on behind the scenes between others, kind of speaking, passing messages along, and you're like, man, I am ready to bounce, right? Let's get some clarifiers. Let's find out what all of this is about. Ancestors, spirits, guides, could you please give us clear and precise clarification for the sign of Leos? For this Justice card, what is this Justice card? Guys, Ten of Swords, again, Queen of Swords coming out, a decision being made. And again, something is done and over with. Now we have 3 tens, Ten of Swords twice. So much air energy here. This is something brought in, I heard judicially, this is the facts coming through here. You know, this is like the way this works here is this person weighs considerably more than this pound of feathers. And here this person is, and they're going to come add this weight to it so that it kind of evens things out. I think there was like a decision that was made, right? That was like, this is done and dusted, done and over with. It's in the past now. You can leave it there. Ten of Swords energy. You know, when Ten of Swords comes out, it's a relief, because whatever it was that we were suffering through has come to a conclusion, right? There's resolution here. So tell me about this 8 of Swords, please. What is this 8 of Swords like trapped in your head about this? Ace of Wands. Because like news coming through, something excited, maybe trapped in your head about something that you would like to start, an endeavor that you would like to begin. You know, sunflowers always remind me of you, Leo. Always. That beautiful lion's mane, that shining face, that coming through, right? Beautifully confident, right? Getting that little bit of excitement back, that little bit of information, that little spark of inspiration brings you from this space back into the space you belong in yourself here. Here you are in your own reading. Leo, bringing that confidence back out, right? Because it's not going to keep you down. The whatever this was in the past, okay, you know, justice has occurred here, is occurring for you, and you're excited again. And that's showing you, it's like restoring your confidence. What is this strength about? 3 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 8 of Wands, absolutely, 888. And there you are again, showing up here. It could be you, it could be someone else. It's the King of Wands, fire energy, right? Returning to your strength, because you are, like, when all of this gets through here, the space that you're in is very empowered. It's very strong. You're ready to take on the world. There's messages coming through about the work that you've done. This could be entrepreneurial. This could be a message coming through to you from big boss energy, from somebody who owns their own company, from somebody in charge, communicating with you about the work being done here and your strength in that, right? And rather than being trepidatious about this, you're returning to your confidence. You're like, yes, that's what I could do. You know, this is what's coming through in something that's already kind of occurred. You're starting to see that you are the big boss energy. Right. And then there's this weighted burden. Again, this thing that it's like it wasn't ever going to move. The fulcrum needed to be changed. The balance was off. It was stuck. And because of that, it caused a lot of stress. And like you were carrying the burdens of something that really wasn't orchestrated for you to be able to do something about. 2 of Pentacles. Weird. And these 2 kids here trying to balance, and they can't move this thing, and the 10 of Wands. And then here's these 2 people here returning to balance. And that thought too about this, you know, like equal things, like, is everybody giving their share? Is everybody really contributing what is needed to be contributed? And I think that's what part of this judgment call was about, and restoring that balance, getting your feet back on the ground in a place where you can, you know, do all those things at once. You might have had a lot of activities that need to happen that weren't being able to be taken care of because this thing that you were trying to push forward or that were weighted down with just wasn't moving. This is about, you know, what needs to stay, what can stay in the cart, and what needs to go, what needs to be filtered through here, what's prioritizing, what needs to be balanced so that you can get on your merry way here. The World, please. What is this World card about? 2 for this one, 2, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, you guys, 8s and 10s coming out strong at 855, 8 and 10. And here we are, the World being, you know, getting back to work, starting to really see things from a different perspective, putting your strength into something else. You're going to be enlivened by this change that's occurring, this completion that's happening. And again, it's like you're bigger, brighter, better. You're more confident. You have this pizzazz about you, right? That you're putting into this thing, and it's bringing this whole loving world. It's like all of these things that are complete, that were painful in the past or that were weighing you down. It's like really examining your heart space, the community around you, the people that you love. This could be your coworkers, since we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Take it how it resonates for you, but it's about working on what fulfills you, working on what is best for everyone that you love, right? And not carrying this burden. It's about freeing your mind. You're no longer in this trapped space here. Balance is being restored. What is complete, and the work is it's like you're getting back to work in a way that's really, really beneficial to all the people around you. Look at that. It's like the love, right? Like the love and the harmony. So Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, starts with a lot of thought. And then there's that spark of inspiration, and it comes into the real, into the material world here. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles. What's she doing? Who's this? Justice. Oof. Is it something legal going on between that this Queen of Pentacles is involved in, right? This is Earth sign feminine energy. We have Earth sign feminine energy out. We have air sign feminine energy out. And we also have fire sign masculine out so far. But the only ones who are showing up in their strength is you and Libra, right? Justice, 7th house. And it could be this person is helping restore things to justice, or it could be that the justice that this person was, it is like coming to because this person was kind of like weighing everything down, right? And the balance, again, is being restored. Legal action, maybe. Contracts, maybe. I think it's going to resonate differently for each of you, but it talks about being able to take care of things. Balance being restored so that you can take care of things. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. That's hard for us. I'm a fire sign too, you guys. It's really hard for us to go slow. All right, and that's what's recommended here, so that you can pay attention to your footing, right? What is this Knight of Pentacles, please? The Lovers. Now we have Gemini energy coming through here. The choice that you're making, the partnerships that you're engaging in, the partnerships that you might already have been in, right? Working hard toward these. This is the choice to make a partnership with your progress. 12-12. Seeing things from a different perspective and knowing that things are going to look different when you get to the top than they do right now, and keeping your eye on that prize, right? And then there's these two here. What are they creating? What is being created by them? And again, this idea of like reciprocity, balance shared in relationships, in effort. 10 of Swords, please. What is the 10 of Swords? Ace of Pentacles. Damn. Again, going from something that's completely getting off that sinking ship and investing the new, and like a new offer is being made. Something is coming out of this. On the other side of this, right? Let that ship sink. Let that thing be done and over with. Again, there's justice. There's a judgment call being made about this in regards to the information that's being received. Right, the truths that are coming through here, and if that needs to be finished, done, dusted, and let it go, then it's time to take that bit, and move it into the guys. I would be careful again who you're trusting. If what is this 3 of Swords? 6 of Cups. Yeah, people from the past. If you're moving on to the new, and there are people or situations involved in the things that happened before, these nostalgic feelings, first of all, they could be bringing you apprehension, trepidation, because you've previously had been maybe screwed over. Maybe these people have been gossipy in the past. Maybe they've been pretending to be friends with you, but actually better friends with each other, and they're, sharing information. I think that you are feeling this about those past things, about those past people. It's heartbreaking to you, but the truth is here. You're realizing that and moving forward with it. Look, commitments. What are you committing to? If you're going, this could be divorce for some. This could be the getting out of a contract for others, right? This could be like something at work that happened to you and you're quitting, like a severance that's going on right now. Whatever it is, it's moving very, very slowly. It involves a higher force or entity, like could be government institutions, right? Courthouses, banks, schools, things of that nature, things that have a higher moral authority, a higher social authority, right? And those things, it's like, what are we doing here? And again, having that fire lit underneath of you, that's really getting you excited about where you're going next. And maybe even addressing it with a higher entity, like some sort of court of that, and listen, if the peanut gallery wants to murmur in the background, you just go ahead and let them and keep moving on your merry way. I know that I keep saying that maybe someone is named Mary. Maybe this has something to do, Mary or Maria, Marie. Maybe it has some Maury. Wow. Maybe it has something to do with Christmas time. And I'm thinking that there could have been something that officiated or started in that time too, because I'm seeing these beautiful spruce things and these little pine cones coming through here, and the angel, of course. All of those things are very Christmassy. Yuletide. We've got, before I start this out, now we've got Taurus out, Gemini, Libra twice. You're showing up here. Leo, definitely. And again, air sign, feminine. 3 10s, wait, 4 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, 2 aces, 3 8s. Ancestors, spirits. What archetype is going to help you through this? And like, it just jumped right out, you guys. It's the Exorcist. Yep. Bygones. Rubbish is rubbish. What is that? It says freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Knight of Wands energy. Slow and steady wins this race. Be careful about this. Okay, your impulses. And again, if it's affecting more than just you, it's also very important to be considerate about the steps that you're taking and making. And it says fear of facing your own demons in the shadow attribute. This is exorcist energy. This is like purging. Whatever this is that's done and over with, please let it be done and over with. Even if people are still talking shit about it in the background, you move forward. Moving forward, right? So it's like, and then with the Exorcist, with this Hierophant energy and the Justice twice, it really feels like there could be somebody or something in a higher authority, whether that be a courthouse or a boss, HR, however this works out for you. Okay, that is really making the call here. Helping to make this call here. And they may be upset. People might be upset because you're the one coming out with the coin in the end. All right. Let them be upset. We're like getting rid of this, purging your whole system here. Of this, which means embracing the new, not going back, acknowledging all of these 10s in the world. That shit is done. Please let it be. Okay. Take your ace and your choice. Right, move on. What else? What other archetype is going to help them or hinder them? What do they need to embrace? The Alchemist, you guys. And on the bottom, it says accentuating the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Absolutely. Not compromising yourself, your morals, your integrity, your character. And then on the bottom it says places material consideration and the security above self-empowerment. And I think that's what was going on for so long, and that it's been noticed like that there has to be a kibosh on that. It has to stop, right? No longer are you going to place the security and of material security over your own self-empowerment. Look at you taming that tiger, taming that lion, Leo. Alchemist transforms the base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Getting smart about this stuff here. It's a shadow attribute, misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So there's the Hierophant there that talks about the power through spiritual practice. And again, not retaliating, right? And the return to balance. Okay, that's the coming out on top here, and that's also the transformation of the base motives, right? Learning from that and being gifted with the golden wisdom, and in this case, it's actually a bit of gold, right? A bit of something material that you are, I heard, winning. So good job, guys. Good job, Leo. All right, spirits, animal spirits. The messages you have for Leos in the situation. You get 3. A rebirth is assured. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. You know, one thing I've noticed in all of this is that the transitions are completions. This isn't a transformation of something. This is something is finished, so something else can occur. Okay? The transformation that is occurring here is within you. The rebirth that is happening here is within you. Bat spirit. Bats are sonic. They listen to the harmonies. They listen to the vibrations, right? The resonances. Look, take the lead. I don't know anybody more well suited to taking the lead than you are, Leo. Show up, show out. Moving forward, and look, reclaim your power. And again, there's that wildcat coming through here. So I think that you know what to do. Those messages are pretty clear. Trust the great mystery, the whale. Trust that all is happening in correct and divine timing just for you. All right, ancestor spirits, guys, you have one last message, something for Leo to take with them on this journey while they're reclaiming their power, this beautiful ending to a beautiful new beginning. What is this? Wow, you guys got a lot of things. You get primrose, and I keep hearing primfaya, but I've been watching the 100, right? Youthful love. If I had a single flower for every time I think of you, I could walk forever in my garden. These are the new associations that you're making. Maybe this new partnership with this new lover, right? This new lover's card. Say it like that. Take the out if it resonates for you. Again, being aware and mindful of who and what you're associating with, and who and what you have associated with in the past. Okay, and knowing that no matter what, you are loved, that you are loving, and that you are beautiful, valued, cherished, and strong. All right, Snapdragon. Ooh, graciousness and benevolence. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. And if people have come along and been kind to you along this journey, if the justice is serving you kindly, remember to show it that gratitude, to express that gratitude to it, for it, that graciousness, right? Rainbows and messages, Iris. Ooh, it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. And when it's dark, look for stars. That's what's going to free you from this mental mind prison. If it hasn't already, it's on its way to, so that when this does occur, if it has not already begun for you, you know that the strength is yours to handle it. Okay, look for that silver lining, that the new, that you're free, that you're less stressed, that balance is returned, that justice has stood up for you too. All right, and the daffodil, rebirth and new beginnings. Double, triple, 1,000 times exponential confirmation here. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, Lao Tzu. But whatever it is that's ending here needs to end, needs to go. All right, so don't you worry about it. The beauty, trust the great mystery. All right, and reclaim your power. I hope that was helpful to you, Leo. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe. And thanks for coming back and seeing us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.